Hey everybody, this is Brad from Johnson Small Engines, better known as the one-hand mechanic. If I can do it, you can too. Today we're working on a Craftsman YT3000, and today I'm going to show you how to install a mower deck drive belt. In my opinion, when it comes to getting your correct belt, you want to use your model number on this machine, and it starts with 917-288-515, it looks like. And I usually take the model number and I'll go to searsparts.com, look up the part. And unfortunately with this one, I always like to use OEM belts. And you cannot use the OEM belt because they're no longer available. And I think this machine, as of 2024, the year 2024, I think this machine is only about 14 years old. So we had to go aftermarket. I do use rotary, and it has been a pretty decent belt for me. But I'm going to give you the old number here. And it's a Husqvarna who makes this machine now. Husqvarna took over American Yard Products. Part number is 429636. Pretty sure the Husqvarna puts a 539 or a 532 in front of that. And the belt length right here is 101 3/8 length. And this is the rotary part number here. But you can take the OEM part number and Google it online. You're going to take a chance on where you're going to get your belt from, but unfortunately we can no longer get the OEM belt for this. The first thing I want you to do is put your emergency brake on. That'll help keep the machine from moving forward and backward. And then go ahead and put your deck all the way down as far as it'll go. Then you're just going to need a pair of pliers to take the mower deck off. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I can do this while the mower deck's on. Okay, and so be it. You can do it while the mower deck's on. I'm going to show you how to remove the mower deck, pull it out just so we can get the belt, and you can check your pulleys and your idlers and everything like that. Now, I really like to make these machines cleaner, but in this circumstance, it's really been cold outside and we haven't been able to clean them up. So just bear with me on this one. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this okay. So you want to go ahead and get down and we can start in the rear. Now this is the rear hanger for the mower deck. And if the mower deck's all in the fullest down position, this should be loose. And if it's not loose, then you're going to have to prop up the back end with a piece of wood. I usually use like a pry bar and just pry up on it, but a piece of wood and put the deck on it would help to get this just so there's no tension on it. Also, I want you to look right here. This is nothing to do with the mower deck belt replacement, but this is a non-adjustable mower deck arm that comes off the frame, and I have a video on how to make this adjustable. You basically purchase an adjustable one, like on the other side, and then you can replace this. So I'm going to put that link in the description for that, so you guys you can't adjust the side to side on this because this is non-adjustable. I'm going to go ahead and take the clip off, like so. The washer, put that off to the side. Okay, we have one clip here. Pull it down. Now also, I always tell everybody, don't put your clips in backwards. I call this backwards. This is from rear. You want them to face forward to rearward. So when you clip them in, now these are really good clips here, and you probably won't have any problem with them. But if you put them in, I can say backwards, if they hit something, they could pop out. You do 90% of your driving forward, so just keep that in mind. Now your arm should just drop down. We're going to go ahead around to the other side. Okay, so you're going to go just check to make sure that there's no tension on the front arm right here, and then you're going to pull this clip out, take the washer off, push this out. And if you're not going to be using the deck on for a while, make sure you take this out and it just pops out the front. If you're just replacing the belt, then you can leave this in, but you can jackknife your tractor if you're driving around without the deck on and this is just hanging there. It's not a good idea. We're going to go up to the arm right here. These are really good clips and they definitely work well. Pull that arm down. Now this is the adjuster like I was telling you about, and you can purchase another adjuster for the other side and put this adjuster on. These are nice to have, and it's an easy install. Like I said, I got the video. Just hang this off to the side. Now also, we have the cable. This is the blade engagement cable. So if you follow your finger up right here, there's actually a little clip that has to be, you can either use your fingers and you open it up like so, and that brings this cable down. So now you have to remove the belt from the U-shaped brackets. There is one on each side, so you're just going to go ahead and pull up on the belt and drop it off to the side, go around to the other side, pull up on the belt, and then drop it off. Now we can go ahead and pull this mower deck out this side. You just have to be careful with your cable, but you go ahead and pull this out. Now this cable is really long, so we can actually probably leave it connected. Now this is when you're going to go ahead and put your arms back here so we can get to the mower deck belt itself. And you have this belt here, you can tell is in really bad condition. Now there's a belt guide here, there's a belt guide here, and these belt guides need to be in close enough that they hold the belt in, but they're not wide enough out that the belt will fall off. So it's a fine line with a gap, usually about almost a little bit less than the thickness of the belt, so they don't fall out, but you can just pop them out like that. Pop that one out, and then we have two fingers here. Pop them out of the fingers. Now there's a finger here. Pop that one out there. You have the guide here, and you can kind of just pull it out of the guide, and you can see this belt was extremely cracked. And that's just from a lot of use and maybe dull blades too. Keep your blades sharp and your belts will last a lot longer. Okay, so at this point, you can go ahead and check. You have a blade break here, you can check. You have a blade break here, you can check. Make sure all your pulleys are in good condition and they're not falling apart. Make sure your blade hubs bearings are in good shape. What I like to do is take the new belt, open it up, and then put it against the old belt just to make sure you're close. So we're just going to go ahead and do the reverse. I'm going to go ahead and put new belt on. Straight across the back here. Now always remember, the flat part of the belt goes on a flat part of a pulley, so just keep that in mind. This is a flat pulley, and the flat part of the belt is going to go against the flat part of the pulley. And these go straight up here. Make sure nothing is rubbing against anything. Make sure you got on correctly. Go ahead and flip your hangers back over again. We did not have to take the cable off, but if you do need to take the cable off, to get the deck all the way out, you have to remove this cable right here. And there's a little clip on the bottom, which is really going to be hard to see, but you'll see it on your end, that you have to push up with a pair of pliers on that bottom clip and then pull the cable out at the same time so it comes through the slot like that. And I'll show it to you. This little teeny clip right here has to be pushed up so it unclips itself from that bracket, and then you just have to do a 90 degree on the spring itself. It comes right out. Just remember when you're pulling this cable out that you have to come underneath the blade brake, and you're going to come underneath your belt, and then you just take it out. And also, this is nice that this bracket right here actually has a little bit of an adjustment, even though it has a slot in there. But you can unbolt this a little bit, and there's a little nub right here. It's supposed to stop there, but you can take this off and put it on the other side of this, and that'll give you some cable adjustment. So if your tension is not quite there, you'll be able to use that to adjust the cable. Go ahead and slide it back in. We're going to go ahead and start on the back hanger. I'm just going to put it in like so. Put that in there like there. Just going to go from forward to rearward like that. Center hanger. Now also, while we're back here, we're going to go ahead and put your cable back up into its little plastic bracket right here. And that should clip. Push it in, should hold it like that. We're going to go up to our front, and that should slide in like that. Put the washer on, clip, push down. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and put the belt over the U-hook so you're in the center of it. Wrap it around the engine pulley, and then I'm going to just use my feel and get to the other side. Put that in. Go around to the other side to check it. Okay, so I didn't quite have the belt in over here. Now it's in. Come down to our arm here. Pull that. Now, if this is not lining up, which is not right now, you can pick up the front end of your mower deck, and that'll actually move the deck back some. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this front end up, and like I said, I just use a pry bar, and by lifting up the front end of the mower deck, it actually slides back this bar into the bracket, which is really easy like that. And then I just let this out. Go ahead and put the clip pin in. Now, for the purpose of this video, putting the mower deck belt on, I'm not going to replace this, but I will do this off camera. So just so you know that you just have to put this back on again. Put that in. Now at this point, I would engage the mower deck. Then you're going to go down and make sure that nothing's rubbing and everything is going around all the pulleys the way it should, which it looks real good. Disengage your handle so the tractor will run. Going to go ahead and adjust tire pressure. We're going to take this outside and run it, and then we're going to come back in and level the mower deck out. So that's pretty much it for how to install a mower deck belt on a YT3000 Craftsman. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.